Today I am going to present memcached, distributed memory object caching system. It is free, open source with high performance, and we can see today in the web people need data very quickly and efficient manner. Therefore, this memcache is a leading system to serve that data efficiency in retrieving and managing data, because data is in key value pairs in the memory, in the computer memory. This memcache is written in C language, and this presentation is more suitable for programmers, web programmers and other programmers who use Java and leading languages like PHP and Perl and Scala. We'll look into detail, and this is the contents of the presentation. We will see what is memcached, advantages and disadvantages, properties, APIs, installation on Linux, how to install memcache on Linux, installation on Windows, how to install Windows. Finally, we run a small Java program, and we will see how to use memcache client in Eclipse. Because memcache, we have a server, and within the server we have the memory cache with key value pairs. It's like a hash map, and any client which is Java, Perl, PHP can connect to the cache and get data. We can have more than one server, 2 or 3 servers, and each server has different data types. This is the website of memcache, memcached.org, and you can download the latest version and lot of information here. And this is the GitHub, which you have samples and also samples in other languages, and community. You can download them. Then you will go to the presentation. We will see what is memcached. Memcached is a server memory cache that stores any data from binary to text as key value pairs. Actually, memcache, it's a hash map. You know what is a hash map. It has a key, unique key, and value corresponding to that key. And in that value, memcached, you can store integers, text, any value. You can see it from this slide. You have key, value, and for example, you have user 1, his name as value, user 2 as key, value as Larry. Like that, you can have the key as ID, it is unique, and value. Then the other point is, therefore data will not flow into the file server or database and remain in memory. This means in conventional application we use files to store data, and we frequently read the file and get the data. Also we frequently read the databases and get the data, but with memcached we can get reference data at once and keep in memory and use it, or we can also take other data if we want, and we can manage them, and later we can store all the data in the memory, in the database or in files. Saves lot of resources and lead to high scalable. This means we are not accessing the files or database frequently. Therefore, this saves lot of IO resource and lot of memory. Simple yet powerful. Actually, this is very simple. You have within 2-3 steps you can install. You can see in the other slide, and promotes quick deployment. Yes, it's very you can deploy very quickly. And also development, you can see it's very easy for a good programmer. Its API is available for most programming language. That means you have APIs for Java, Perl, PHP, then Scala, like that. Most popular languages it has APIs. This is the key value pair. Uh, then also we have advantages and disadvantages of uh, uh, it's reduce database load, support batch operation. This is one of the big advantage. Uh, then it's perfect for website with high load. That means currently people need data very quickly. This is a good system to serve data with speed and which has very big data. Reduce request to the database. Actually, memcache reduce request because we can take the whole lot of data into the memory and manipulate. Also, it has disadvantages. Not persistence. So actually, it's not a database. Therefore, when the server shut down or uh, computer shut down, then the data will be lost. We need to save that data if we need in the database or files. Limit size of key size 255 chars. That means we have key values. The maximum size is 255 chars for keys, and value maximum size is 1 MB. Then the properties of memcached. Actually, memcached, we have memcached server. It has a lot of properties and stats for each key value pairs. For example, you can see CMD get. This means how many times this data has get call. CMD set is how many times this has set. Get hits, how many hits, how many misses. Likewise, lot of properties are there for this key value pairs and overall statistics. You can see current connections. Then the APIs. There are a lot of APIs for Java, JCache API, GAE low-level memcached API, Object TCT for data store, for Python also, NDB for data store. You have a Google App Engine API memcache module. Also you have PHP, Scala, other languages APIs for memcache. Let's see installation on Linux. You can do this if you have Linux or Mac, or you can in the Windows you can install a Ubuntu virtual machine, and you can follow these steps. And in next presentation I will have a hands-on presentation on this. To install memcache, you can just type sudo apt get install memcache. It will install. Then you can verify. Then now once installed, the server there will be a one server instance started. Then you can telnet to that instance and get the status and set a key, then get the key. Then if you want delete that key, then that record will be deleted. Then you can also have some numeric operation, add a number and get the number. You can append that number some value, then get that number. I have appended 100 end of 25. And also there are tools associated with memcached, and you can install them and do lot of operations there. You can in the next presentation I will do hands-on that installation on Linux and these operations. Then installation of Windows. Uh, there are two types versions in the GitHub. Later than 1.4.5, greater than 1.4.5. There are steps to install this in Windows, and you can uh, go to the GitHub and follow the instruction and install. This is very easy. Then we will see a Java client sample. Once you install the memcached server in Windows or Linux, most preferably I prefer you to install in it Linux. And once it's started, you can get the data in the map, or put the data in the map, and or load data from database to the map. Like that you can do a lot of manipulations. Like here in this Java program, it will connect to the memcached server at localhost this IP, and add a key name to Kinui, and you can get the key. Like that you can do a lot of operations. You can read from the database and put it in the uh, memcache server and store it in the memory, and later get it. There are a lot of operations. You can manage these values, and this is a very basic example. Then also in Java we commonly use Eclipse, and there are some tools or plugins for that. And if you are building a Maven project, I have listed down a dependency. If you use spy memcached library, also you can use this library or Google Code. There are a lot of samples where you can manage uh, the key value pairs in the memory in the computer or the server uh, in memcached server. This is all for this presentation, and I will do advanced presentation in next days. Thank you.